then we can begin and we're live. So,
Oh,
Shaun,
there we go.
welcome.
Thank you much for having us on the show, Marco. It's always great chatting to you. I'm a
No,
bit
thank
sad that I can't see you in person.
Yeah, man, I'm sad too. I'm still recovering, and I think it was probably best that we do it this way because you
Yeah,
have very important things to do, and I didn't want you to get the flu or the cold at this moment. But um, we find a different way of chatting, and I
okay.
think maybe it's also indicative of the message trust as well over the years. How you guys
Yeah.
have been innovative, but also congratulations. Is it 10 years? 10 years of the message trust.
10 years of the message trust, Marco. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I think Tim was on air
Wow.
this morning on Jonathan's show and he actually shared 2014, February the 18th, 2014 is when message
Wow.
launched in South Africa. Yeah.
Wow. And you've become a very big part of that now over the years. And maybe you want to tell people how that came about.
So, you see, I've been a part of the organization going on to 9 years now. And I was originally or initially the band manager for Kinetic IV. And I'm sure that the listeners are very, very familiar with Kinetic IV because, I mean, CCFM has been amazing
That is
in
why.
getting
That
the
is
music
why.
out there. Yeah.
That is why I said I've got the song lined up because we can't
Oh,
do this interview without Kinetic IV.
No, definitely, definitely. They were the start for me. And I mean, years have gone by and we've seen God's faithfulness in all that we are doing as the Message South Africa. Initially, we started off as a very small team. Now we are about 18 strong. With volunteers, we probably do about 27 people, that are doing the work for God within the city. And so the journey has been great for me. I now have the privilege of leading the work in SA. My predecessor, Tim, is now focused on establishing what we have in South Africa all over Africa. So his next trip is Uganda. And so we're working hard on getting that work established. And Message Cape Town has since grown to Message South Africa because we opened our branch in Johannesburg alongside a church in Josie East called God First. And so God has been doing tremendous work through the Message Trust. Yeah. So that's where we're currently at. And so after 8 years of serving in many spheres within the message, God called me to lead the work here. And so I'm really grateful for that. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, and like I said, very proud of you, Sean. And
Thanks, my buddy.
sometimes now when I meet Sean, then I don't know if I can hug him like I used to because I'm sure I can. But Sean is
Yes,
not
you
now
can.
important, man. But I'm very
Uh,
proud of him because of at CCFM we have a slogan called "Changing Lives for Good." But when I see what happens at the Mrs. Trust when I like the gangster cafe,
yeah,
but I like the stories,
I'm
man.
actually enjoying.
And when you meet these guys, see he's bragging, bragged, he's
Yeah,
got this gangster coffee.
we've got really good
But
coffee. Yeah.
when when I see the lives transformed, right, man, you would walk past these folks and you wouldn't have known the stories that's come out of the Message Trust there as well. And so talk to us about your core function or your mandate, Sean.
So yeah, I made notes, Marcos, just so that we can leave the or keep radio sounding sexy, as they say. Otherwise, I can go on and on about this. But the message, a worldwide movement, passionately sharing the love of Jesus Christ in words and in actions to the hardest to reach communities as well as people groups. We are passionate about reaching young people in South Africa. We're seeking to break the cycle of poverty, unemployment, gangsterism, and crime. Our purpose is to raise up what we call a generation of urban heroes. These are youths or thousands of youths from the margins who have found their hope and purpose in Jesus Christ. They are what we consider to be transformational leaders who are emotionally, socially, and spiritually mature. And so these urban heroes not only transform or not only were transformed, but they live their lives to transform others. And we see that our hope is that this will create a ripple effect through their lives that sees not only the change in their families, but also the change within the communities, and hopefully then a change in the nation. So that's basically our vision or our mission within the city of Cape Town, but it's also our global mission. We hope to see this kind of transformation all over the world. Yeah.
I love it. And there's something called Message Night, and we've been
Yes.
there uh, on one or two occasions, but
Yeah.
it's something to behold. But for those who don't know, what is Message Night 2024?
Okay, so Message Night 2024, what it basically is, it's an evening where we invite friends and family and also some of our partners. And it's a night where we share stories, stories of hope, stories of transformation. But we try to make it as fun as possible. So we add in some music and a lot of dancing. But it's amazing just to share what God is doing in the city. It's something very similar. And if I could say this, because I heard earlier there was a jingle that went out to say that in autumn, or the autumn share-a-thon is coming up. So our message night somewhat like a share-a-thon. It's also not only inviting to inspire others, but also inviting people to partner with the work that God is doing in the city. And the evening is going to be filled with inspiring stories. It's going to be filled with a whole lot of dance. And it's especially fun, or a bit more fun, when we celebrate milestones. And as you shared earlier, Marco,
Yes.
we are 10 years old, and so we want to zhuzh it up a bit more. And so I don't want to give away too much information, because I really want people to come out and really experience it for themselves. It's exactly as you said there. It's quite a spectacle. It's quite an experience. And so we want to invite, most of Cape Town to come hear what God is busy doing in our city.
I love the fact that you do mention that it is a fundraiser, of course, but
Yeah.
it's not one of those stiff affairs, I must admit.
Yeah.
And you get to mingle and network, and you meet a lot of like-minded people there as well, and you can let your hair hang loose if you have hair a little bit,
Yeah.
Shoni. Some of us
Yeah,
we
I'm
do have hair, so
losing.
we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah,
I
some
don't
of
know,
us
but
less than others.
anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you mentioned, both of us mentioned 10 years of the Message Trust, and you don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I alluded to some of the things already, even though I don't know. I can just assume that's going to be a very fun night as well. But I mean,
Yeah.
10 years need to be celebrated.
Yeah, yeah, and it's amazing, Mark. It's not every day. I mean, this is 10 years through a period of COVID. God has really kept and sustained and even grew the influence of our organization over 10 years. And we're not naive to believe that we could do this on our own, because really it's God's grace and God's mercy that allows us to still be here and to still stand. And in the partnership of others, coming alongside us, believing in the vision that God has birthed through the message within the city. And yeah, we're not naive to believe that it's not without partnership. That we are still able to stand, and that we are still able or not still able to do the work that we are doing. So, yeah, it's just an evening celebrating, thanking, sharing stories, dancing together, networking, as you said. But I don't like the very first interview I had with
Yeah.
Preston. He said that he was
There's
going to let the cat out of the dog, and so we're not letting no cats out of any dog. Yeah.
at least I did not say that. Preston said it, and so we won't let any dogs out of the cats. Sorry, Preston. Your friend Sean just outed you on Cape Town
Yeah, yeah.
Radio, not me. But
Yeah,
listen, um,
yeah.
we got to get to venue date, times, and cost, and all of the relevant info. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I am always excited to share that this event is absolutely free, but the tickets are flying. We got an update this morning. Tickets are sitting at just over 250 people present, and we're capping it at 350. And in true Cape Town culture, everybody wants to book last minute, but you can't necessarily afford to do it with us. And so we are inviting you to please come out. It's going to be at the Common Ground Church in Rondebosch. That's 23 Milner Road. It will be happening next Thursday, the 18th of April. The doors will open at 6 o'clock for a 7 o'clock start. And we're going to have Gangstar
Beautiful venue.
Cafe there. Yeah, thank you for that, Marco. Yeah, and they were so gracious in giving the venue to us to
Yes.
to use. So shout out to Common Ground, and so yeah, the time is as I said, starts at, or at least doors open at 6, but we're hoping to start at 7 p.m. sharp. And yeah, Gangster will be there. They'll be selling refreshments from 6 o'clock. So if people are coming straight from work, they don't necessarily need to go anywhere else to get supper. They can get something at Gangstar. Yeah, just putting that out there. But they can
And
find the tickets. Yeah, at on our
no, no, go for
website.
it. Go for
It's
it.
I think okay. Thanks, Marco. At our website, or on our website, it's message.org.za. And what they can then do is just click shop, and when they scroll down, they'll see a little tab where they can book their free ticket to join us next Thursday evening.
And just letting you know, Sean is also an amazing MC.
Oh
Does a
wow!
fantastic job tying things together as well. I don't know if he's going to do it this time around. Last time around, he did
No,
a great
we
job.
thank you for that, Marco. I am relinquishing that duties for this message night. I will be sharing on the evening, but we've got an amazing MC that I
Devil
can
Smoothman.
advise you guys. No. He's very familiar to CCFM as well. At Keenan Farquhar, he's going to be one of the MCs of the evening, and then our Chief Operations Officer here at Message, Naomi. She does a much better job than I can, and so the two of them will
I
be our MCs for the evening. So yeah, it's gonna be a jewel, and I really hope that people can join us for the evening. I'm really
Yeah, I
hoping for
was
that.
just trying to build my friend up because I know he's such a fantastic orator as well. If you didn't
Oh,
know,
man.
but Shawnee, listen before we
Yes,
go.
my friend.
Just your final message to the public at large.
First, I want to say thank you to CCFM for allowing us this privilege of sharing of message night. And man, I can't give away, as I said, too much information. I don't do that, but what I can promise you, it is an evening of inspiration and bucket loads of fun. But more so, guys, keep doing what you're doing at CCFM. Through you, we get to share our story. And so yeah, again, bless you guys, and I pray that God will just continue to bless the station. It's a big part of my life, and
I
yeah, Marco, thank you so much, my friend, for allowing this privilege of being on your show.
It's a pleasure, Shawnee. I cannot let you go without playing Kinetic Ivy because I think this message has become so prophetic as well. The song is called "This Is Our Time,"
Ah,
and I
there
want to
you go.
declare that it is your time now. And the message trust has only but begun. You think it's 10 years. I think the foundation has just been laid for greater things to come. So this is your time as well for the greater message trust and greater things to come as well. So bless you, my friend. God bless
Bless
you.
you, my brother.
Till
Bless
next
you.
time.
Have a good listeners. Love you
Bye bye.
all. Cheers.
That's, of course, Mr. Shaun Pretorius.